best way to decide if a book is worth the purchase. I'm the wrong one to ask because I typically buy everything omnibus, absolute, and I decide by reading it. Easily Berserk. I think a tougher question would be Berserk or Invincible, which then you're talking superhero versus like super dark warrior type of book. But I did enjoy Saga, but I like Berserk way better. I'd like to collab with Comic Storian, Comic Pop, Comics Explained. Those are the guys that I'm thinking of off the top of my head. Pleasantly surprised with Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil. Pleasantly surprised with Something is Killing the Children. What else? Donny Cates Thor, but I was not surprised. I just was happy it met expectations. Holler at me. You know what? I'm always down to hear myself talk. Easily, I mean, the new 52 Prime 1 Batman is less than $1,000, but I really like Sideshow's new premium format that is up for pre-order. That's going to be your best bang for your buck. Otherwise, Batman statues are hard to nail in quarter scale in my opinion. If it was a single issue, man, probably Death of Superman issue with Doomsday. And I know you said it can't be slabbed in the other comment. Nah, raw, I would reread it a million times like I did when I was a kid and it first came out. I don't, man. I cannot have any noise while I'm reading. TV, music, even if it's super low, I can't focus on what I'm reading, so I need complete silence when I read. Boom, 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 boom. Thugs in Harmony. I like Crazy Bone and Busy Bone, favorite 90s rappers, favorite rap group of all time. That's my shit. Love the Three Sentinels. They're actually by Iron Studio. Sideshow is distributing them, but I think they're awesome. I think they're going to be awesome reviews. I think they're going to look great in a display, especially with all the little proximity pieces they've been releasing, which so far there's like 10 of them. You know what's funny about Randy Bowen? Like, I was talking to him, and we were trying to set up an interview, and he was going back and forth with me. Then he started ghosting me, and then he did an interview on another channel like a month later, and I was like, what the hell? You know, I was never really into that piece. I never really liked the pose, and I didn't think it would really pair well with like other X-Men pieces. So I passed on it, but I'll probably pick up their new Deadpool on the scooter. No, not really. With the amount of backlog I have, I don't really ever reread, so I'm always trying to read something new. It's always going to be Tobey Maguire. Mr. X is a good guy, man. We talk a lot, probably every day. I give him a lot of advice and stuff on the channel, so that's my dog. Shit. It's like a tie between Gideon Falls and Thor, I would say. Not a bad idea, man. Can make a little video compilation, little different angles. I would never buy a recast. I don't support recasts. It's theft. It is in bad taste, and totally against it. I don't even buy customs anymore. Let's pair up Jeff Lemire with a dope artist like Greg Capullo or something like that, right? Let's maybe do, how about Donny Cates with like Ryan Otley? Some shit, I think they could whip up something dope. You know what's funny? I used to order the Hawaiian style pizza back in the day before this was even like an internet thing. So I always fucked with pineapple on pizza. I'm the type that's like, the more crap you could throw on something, the better. I would like for the Paso Wild to get a statue. He wasn't in any of the animes. He was only in the manga, and it was kind of earlier in the series. But Wild, there was this fairy creature, the demon fairy kind of creature. She would be a dope statue too. I don't have it collected, man. I definitely would read it if I had it in like a trade or oversized hardcover or something. Me and Fee have been dating since 2001. We got married in 2008. I think after Venom, you got to go Green Goblin. I also like Doc Ock too, but Green Goblin, I don't know. Green Goblin's a little bit more sinister. No, I'm not into God of War enough to warrant getting those kind of statues. The most impressive DC one was probably the Batman Who Laughs by Prime 1 Studio. I like Guy Gardner. I kind of like his crazy attitude and swag, and I like Hal Jordan. But if you want to talk about lanterns in general, Larfleeze, I think, is my favorite one, followed by Atrocitus. And I like Sinestro. That's a tough question, but I think I like both. Every company has their pros and their cons. I think Sideshow's the best bang for your buck. But then I think XM Studios has a lot of room for appreciation as far as value is concerned with low edition sizes and B, C-list. You know, it's okay. It's doesn't really have a lot going on, kind of a small base. Taskmaster himself looks pretty good. Portraits look good. But, it's nothing that really blows me away. I'm never really good at like fan casting and stuff, so I'm always down to see someone take a crack at it. Like, who would have thought Michael Keaton would have been a good Batman? People complain about Heath Ledger as Joker, so I'm down. I think he's got a good shot to make a good Batman. I think it's either going to be Annihilation or that whole Galactus saga, or some type of mixture of both. And let me jump back into this one and say word on the streets is that the next big event is Secret Wars based off of Hickman's Secret Wars. So definitely a possibility too. The only thing is, man, I don't want so many doubles of characters. I already have Wolverine in the yellow suit and Logan. Of anything, I would like to see Sideshow revisit the brown suit Wolverine, since their last attempt didn't really hit a home run. So let's see what they do again. I don't. I actually sold my Blackest Night Absolute when the Omnibus came out. What do I dislike about building statues? I dislike a lot of extra switch outs that I just keep on the side or put in the box. I dislike small fragile pieces that are easily broken, that are just unnecessary. So I guess those things. Who knows how computers work? How does electricity work? Okay, so who would you like to drink with? I think like immediately John Constantine or Butcher from The Boys, or shit, Wolverine. Wolverine's always down for a good beer. Thor. All good drinking partners. Great question. Now, critically acclaimed, I don't know. Lucifer, I couldn't get into. I couldn't get into Frank Miller's Elektra. What else couldn't I get into? Hellblazer. Hellblazer, I couldn't get into the first grade. Man, they definitely need to make Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I don't know why they're holding out on that. They definitely need to make the X-Men beat 'em up 6-player. I don't know how they would do it. I would like to see them do off-road with the 3 steering wheels, and Killer Instinct, and Time Crisis. Man, I don't think I could answer that. I think there's too many series that are too different. There's a lot of things that I really liked. I really liked Preacher. I really liked, I don't know, Jeff Johns' Green Lantern run, Hickman's Fantastic Four. I think it's too hard to choose one. The best XM Studios Spider-Man villain statue is probably Scorpion. But I really do like Sandman and Vulture were really impressive. But I think the Scorpion one is probably the strongest one. Hey, man, I'd be interested to see some 4-character dioramas. XM Studios got the Justice League dio versus Darkseid, which looks dope. Wow, I mean, it's got to be like top 10, right? Is it going to crack top 5 as far as like runs by like one writer? Man, it's definitely top 10. Could be top 5. I don't know. It's a contender. So I don't buy custom statues. I was already not feeling the whole vibe of how expensive things were getting, how expensive shipping was getting, how hard it was to get good quality that matched renders, or dealing with crazy commissioners who are unreasonable. And I'm glad you like it, but I just don't really get excited for the 1/6 scale statues. Man, I got to go with the boss, Tony. Wow, I don't know, man. And then which Hickman saga? You want to talk Secret Wars, Fantastic Four, Avengers, House of X? Man, I lean a little bit towards Marvel, too, so I might have to go Hickman on this one. But John's Lantern run is great. Yeah, I think if you're a big fan of the Lantern run, you definitely want to get the Brightest Day Omnibus as like the sequel or the epilogue. Blackest Night Omni, I mean, the main story is in the 3 green ones, but it's always nice to have all the other tie-ins. Never read Cross. I heard good things about it, but I don't own it. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I cover a lot of street level hero stuff during the weekly comic book reviews every Wednesday. Check it out. I don't think it's a must-have because you could just get the omnibus edition that has all the tie-ins. The Absolute will only have the main story. I don't know that I have a favorite Batman story, and I definitely haven't read enough Justice League to have a favorite. But I mean, I enjoy a lot of Batman stuff. I really read them in the omnibus format, so like the Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale Omni, or like the Snyder and Capullo run. I've only read a handful of manga, and I really like Kentaro Miura. I don't know how to say his last name. I like his art. I like Berserk. Favorite comic artist? Man, you got Bagley, McFarlane, Capullo. I like the painters, Jusco, Alex Ross, Gabe. No, sir. I kind of just jumped from Marvel Selects right to quarter scale statues. I don't know. I mean, we did a couple. I hit him up recently to see if he wanted to do something. But, you know, when time finds a way. You know it, baby. Also got that platinum trophy. Definitely not only a hip-hop guy. Really anything 90s. I like alternative rock, 90s R&B, what? I mess with a lot of music, actually. So the only other Green Lantern omnibus are the Silver Age books, which are actually a good read. They hold up, kind of similar to like Spider-Man and FF. I haven't read much Green Lantern outside of just the omnibus, so can't really help you there. Wow, that's a tough one. I mean, a lot of people think that the new XM Studios Hulk transformation is going to be the best one. I'm not really sold on it. There's a ton of customs. I don't know, man. I think actually the Hulk vs. Wolverine is a really good Hulk, but 1/5 scale. No, sir, will not be picking up the new Absolute Dark Knight because I already own it. Is it down there somewhere? I already own it. That's a tough one. I mean, the Sideshow Gladiator Hulk looks really great, but it's kind of a niche, variation of Hulk, where Hulk transformation is more like Hulk #1. So I guess it depends. Both look great, but it depends if you want the order. First of all, welcome to the hobby. Second of all, of course, so an omnibus is a hardcover book that collects an entire run of either a storyline, including tie-ins, or just the creative run from a writer and an author. An absolute edition just has the main. No comment. No, would not get another custom piece. Man, there are a ton of Batman villains that they haven't done yet. Clayface, quarter scale Two-Face, the Penguin. So there's a lot of rogues that still need to be done. Shit, Reverse Flash, Godspeed. There's some Flash villains too. Shark King. I think someone asked me that in our live stream this morning. I'm not familiar with that. I mean, I'd give it a shot. I'm not really sure, and I actually ordered that online, and the address was wrong, and it got returned to sender. So I've been waiting on that book for a long time myself, and I paid for it and ordered it.